Hey everyone, and welcome back to Notebook Dialogs. It's your weekly deep dive into all things AI and automation. Sometimes I feel like keeping up with all the AI lingo is like learning a whole new language,
Yeah, it really can be.
especially for business leaders. I mean, trying to figure out how this tech actually applies to their world. So today, we're going to decode some of the biggest buzzwords you've probably been hearing.
Okay.
And we'll focus on industries like food and beverage and real estate.
Sounds good. It is interesting how AI has moved beyond just Silicon Valley.
Right.
It's really impacting businesses of all shapes and sizes. And for leaders in those industries like food and beverage or real estate, understanding this language it's crucial.
Yeah, it really
It's
is.
making those informed decisions.
Because it's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
It's about understanding how to leverage it for real business advantages.
Absolutely.
So let's start with a term that's been generating a lot of buzz lately,
Okay.
and that is generative AI. Now, you've always heard about AI creating art and music, but what does it really mean for, let's say, a restaurant owner
Right.
or a real estate agent?
Well, think of generative AI as like your creative assistant,
Okay.
but one that can produce marketing content at scale.
At scale, okay.
So imagine a restaurant using AI to generate like eye-catching images for their social media,
Okay.
or even crafting those compelling descriptions for their new menu items.
So it's almost like having an in-house marketing team,
Right.
but without the overhead.
Exactly.
And I bet real estate agents could really benefit from this too.
Oh, absolutely. Think about using generative AI to create virtual tours of properties,
Oh, wow.
or even generating like personalized descriptions,
Wow.
highlighting features that would appeal to a specific buyer.
That's really interesting. Okay, so that's generative AI. Now, let's talk about the brains behind a lot of these AI applications. Large language models, or LLMs.
Okay.
We all know that chatbots are getting really sophisticated these days.
Yeah.
And that's thanks in large part to LLMs.
Right. What's fascinating about LLMs is their ability to process and understand human language
Okay.
in a way that like we couldn't even imagine before.
Yeah.
Take a real estate firm, for example.
Okay.
They could use an LLM-powered chatbot to not just answer basic questions from clients, but to qualify those leads
Oh, wow.
based on their needs
I see.
and preferences.
So it's not just about taking some of the workload off of human agents.
Right.
It's about making those interactions more efficient and more effective.
Exactly.
Now, this next term, agentic AI, takes things a step further.
Mm-hmm.
This is where AI starts to make decisions on its own.
Yeah, and that's where we see the potential of AI to not just automate tasks,
Right.
but to actually problem solve.
Oh, okay.
Like, imagine a security system for a restaurant
Okay.
that uses agentic AI to not only detect threats,
Uh-huh.
but to actually take steps to neutralize them.
Wow.
Like locking down certain areas or alerting the authorities.
It's like having a security guard
Right.
who's always on alert and can respond in real time. Now, while agentic AI is making decisions within a set of parameters, AI agents are more like virtual assistants, handling tasks across different platforms and applications.
Yeah, think of it this way. An AI agent could be tasked with managing a restaurant's online orders,
Okay.
updating their inventory based on those orders,
Wow.
and even scheduling staff to make sure things run smoothly during those like peak hours.
It's all about streamlining processes
Right.
and freeing up those human employees
Exactly.
to focus on the things that require creativity and human interaction.
Absolutely.
Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about machine learning, or ML. This is a term that's been around for a while, but it's still at the heart of a lot of AI advancements.
Yeah, and what's key to understanding ML is that it's all about data.
Okay?
The more data an AI system has, the better it can learn and adapt.
I see.
So take like a streaming service.
Okay.
It uses ML to analyze your viewing habits
Uh-huh.
and recommend shows that you might enjoy.
Yeah, and in the food and beverage world, imagine a restaurant using ML to analyze sales data,
Right.
customer feedback, and even weather patterns
Wow.
to predict demand for certain dishes.
That's incredible.
That kind of insight could be so valuable for inventory management
Yeah,
and menu planning.
absolutely. And then you have natural language processing, or NLP, which is all about bridging the gap between how humans communicate and how machines understand language.
And this one is crucial for businesses that really rely on customer feedback.
Precisely. A restaurant could use NLP to analyze those online reviews,
Okay.
social media mentions, and they could identify not just positive or negative sentiment, but specific themes
Oh, okay.
or issues that customers are talking about. Maybe there's a recurring complaint
I see.
about a particular dish or consistently positive comments about a certain server. NLP can surface those insights
Wow.
that are very valuable for business owners.
Yeah. Now, speaking of valuable insights, let's talk about predictive analytics. This is all about using data to forecast future trends.
It's like having a crystal ball for your business.
Oh, wow.
Imagine a real estate firm using predictive analytics to anticipate which neighborhoods are likely to see the biggest price increases.
Okay.
Or a restaurant using it to forecast staffing needs based on historical sales data and upcoming events.
So it's all about being proactive and making data-driven decisions. Now, this next one, AutoML, is all about making AI more accessible to businesses that might not have a team of, like, data scientists on staff.
Right, it's like the democratization of AI.
Okay.
Empowering anyone to build their own AI models without needing that deep technical background.
So like a small business owner.
Yeah, imagine a small restaurant owner using AutoML to create a model that predicts their ingredient needs for the week.
Okay.
Based on past sales data, upcoming reservations, and even local weather forecasts.
It's like having a data scientist in your pocket. Now let's talk about conversational analytics. This is all about gaining insights from customer interactions. It's like having a superpowered listening device
Right.
that can pick up on subtle cues and patterns
Exactly.
in how customers are communicating.
Think about a real estate firm using conversational analytics to analyze those calls and emails with potential clients.
Okay,
They could identify common questions
I see.
or concerns that keep coming up,
Okay.
and then proactively address those issues
Uh-huh.
in their marketing materials or sales scripts.
It's all about getting a detailed understanding of what your customers are really thinking and feeling.
Absolutely.
Now let's move on to a concept that sounds a bit futuristic,
Okay.
but is actually becoming increasingly relevant. Synthetic data.
Yeah, synthetic data is essentially artificial data that's created to mimic real data,
Okay.
and it's really useful for training AI models
Uh-huh.
in situations where access to real data is limited or restricted.
So how would a business like a restaurant or a real estate firm actually use synthetic data?
Well, imagine a real estate company that wants to develop an AI model that can predict property values.
Okay.
They might not have access to a huge data set of actual property transactions,
Right.
but they could use synthetic data to create a simulated data set
Okay.
that reflects the real estate market they're operating in.
So it's like having a virtual sandbox
Right.
where you can test out different AI models
Exactly.
without any real-world consequences.
Yeah. And then there's inventory and supply chain optimization. This is an area where AI can make a difference in efficiency and cost savings.
For sure. Absolutely.
For a restaurant, imagine an AI system that can track ingredient usage,
Okay.
predict future demand based on sales data,
Uh-huh.
even factor in upcoming events or holidays.
Wow.
This could help restaurants optimize their ordering, reduce waste, and always have the ingredients they need.
And in the real estate world, think about an AI system that can help manage property maintenance and repairs.
Oh, yeah.
Predicting potential issues before they become major problems.
Exactly. And this ties into another area where AI is having a big impact. Predictive sales lead scoring.
This is all about identifying those leads that are most likely to convert into paying customers, right?
Exactly. Imagine a real estate agent who's dealing with dozens of potential leads.
Right.
An AI system could analyze those leads, looking at their browsing history, engagement with marketing materials, even their social media activity,
Okay.
to predict which leads are most likely to make an offer.
It's like having a virtual assistant who can help you prioritize your time and focus on those prospects
Right.
who are most likely to turn into deals.
Exactly.
So we've covered a lot of ground today.
we have.
Everything from generative AI to predictive analytics.
Yeah.
And hopefully we've demystified some of these terms for our listeners.
The key takeaway here is that AI is no longer a futuristic concept.
Right.
It's a reality that's transforming businesses across all industries.
Yeah.
And understanding this language is crucial for any business leader who wants to stay ahead of the curve.
You're absolutely right. It's
Yeah.
not about becoming an AI expert overnight,
Right.
but it is about having a basic understanding
For sure.
of the terminology
Yeah.
and the potential applications of these technologies.
Absolutely. And remember, even small steps towards integrating AI into your business can have a significant impact.
I agree.
It could be as simple as using an AI-powered chatbot to handle those customer inquiries,
Okay.
or implementing a basic predictive analytic model to help with inventory management.
The point is to start exploring the possibilities and experimenting with different AI tools to see what works best for your business. And the good news is you don't have to navigate this AI landscape all alone.
Right.
There are companies out there that can help.
Yeah,
Businesses implement these AI solutions in a
absolutely.
practical and manageable way.
In fact, one company that comes to mind is AutoFlow Solutions.
Okay.
They have a great reputation for working with businesses
Uh-huh.
to identify their specific needs and then developing custom AI solutions
I see.
that really make a difference.
So if you're listening and thinking, this all sounds great, but I don't even know where to start, then reaching out to a company like Autoflow Solutions might be a good next step.
Yeah, I agree. And in the meantime,
Mhm.
just keep learning, keep exploring, and
Mm.
don't be afraid to experiment. The world of AI is constantly evolving.
Right.
But the more you understand it, the better equipped you'll be to really leverage its power for your business.
Great advice. So to wrap up today's deep dive into AI lingo, remember that understanding these terms is crucial for having meaningful conversations, for making strategic investments, and ultimately for leveraging AI to drive efficiency and growth in your business. And if you're ready to take that next step and explore how AI can transform your operations, I highly recommend checking out Autoflow Solutions. They can provide those tailored solutions to help you simplify, automate, and thrive.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Until next time, simplify, automate, thrive.